let's see another problem from LeetCode. It is house rubber 2, and this problem is based on house rubber 1. So I have already uploaded video for house rubber 1, so you can search in a YouTube Nandishwar LeetCode, and then you can search here house rubber, and you will find this problem here. So you can watch this video and come back, and then it will be very easy to understand. Let's understand this problem. So here, if you see in this array, there are different houses, and this houses is arranged in a such a way that like you cannot rob two adjacent house. So you can rob two, and you cannot also in this problem, you cannot rob the end, this one, because this is in a circular way. So from the two, if you want to take the adjacent one, then 2, and then again you have to find some, like you have to skip one more. But if you come here, this is again adjacent, so you cannot. So in that way you can understand like this one and this one also you cannot rob. So you can only rob here. So in a house robber 1 problem, 2, and then you can jump this one and you can come here. So 2 to 4. So you have to find out, if you rob the house in this way, then how much the max value you can collect here. So if you see here, in this case you can rob just 1, 3. In this case, if you see here, so you can rob this 1 and then 3, 4. So that can be one possible way. So and max value will be 4. If you rob 2 and the 1, then that's a 3, max value 3. So 4 is higher than 3, so this will be answer. 4 will be answer in this case. So yeah, so since this is in a circular fashion, you cannot rob first and the last, so you cannot do that. So how to solve this? So what I can do, the simple solution is, I can divide this array in a 2 portion. One is everything here except the first one, and another portion of the array will be everything but last one. So we just remove the last one. So we have the 2 different arrays, and then we find the max in this using the house rubber 1 solution, and then again you find the max in this using the house rubber 1 solution, and then find the max of this 2 max, and that will be answer here, house rubber 2. So let's write the code here. So I'm going to write one function for this rob helper. This is the rob helper function, and then this function I'm just going to name is helper, and this is going to return the max of whatever the array we pass. So the max number that can be robbed. So here in this house rubber 1, I have explained that technique here. So when we go and rob the house, then from this n we'll go back n-2, we'll jump 1, and then we'll take the pick and not pick technique, utilize that. And so in the base condition, like when we do the n-2 and then n-2, then this number goes, sometimes it's reached to the n reached to 0. So if the base condition, if n is 0, then return nums 0. So n, or here I can say I for index. So let me pass another variable I for index, and I is equal to 0, and rob helper function I can call here. So let me write one function max, also max ab int and int if a greater than b return a, otherwise return b. So that's max function, and I'll call this function here rob helper, and in this time nums I'm passing from 1 to end, and the length is a length of this array is this one, so I'm passing that length also. And for the dynamic programming I have explained in the house robber 1, so for that I'm passing one map. So let's create make map int and int, let's pass this. So that's this is length of this is the array where I have excluded the first item, and I'm passing the length of that, so length of -1, so that's I'm passing. And this is the m is map, so int. So call this function, and whatever the value we get here, I can say result 1. I can initialize this map for another call, and then I can call this function again, and then this time this is called result 2, and this time I'm going to pass the array from the beginning to the end except 1, so 0, and this is length of nums, whatever the length of nums is, this -1, so 0 to length of -1, so one item less. So everything from the beginning except the last one. And also I want to pass the index of the last item. So index of the last item of this array is the length of this -1. So I'll put here this one, or yeah, so first let's make it easy. So here what I can do, I can say array 1, so array 1 is this one, and then array 2 is this one. So here accept everything from the beginning item, and array 2 is from the beginning except the last one, so the array 1, and I'm passing here array 1, and here array 1 -1, here I'm passing array 2, and then this one length of array 2 -1 m, and whatever the result we get, we were going to return max of result 1 result 2. Okay, so that's the logic here. Let me complete this rob helper now. So if I is equal to 0, return nums 0. If that's the best condition, if I is less than 0, then return 0. And now we call this rob helper function, and I say pick technique pick. So if I'm here, like for this example I'm here, then I will pick that item, so that is in I, so I'll pick that nums I plus, and then I will call the function recursively for n by n minus 2, that means here. So I'll call this function rob helper, and this time nums, and the I is I minus 2, and I'll pass the m map. So there's a pick not pick. So not pick is the first time I will consider this, jump to this place, and again consider this, jump to the other -2. So this is the one call, and another call is I will jump here, but I will not pick this item, and that's just a recursive call here, and then go to the here not pick, but internally again this will call recursively the function, and then it will consider this and jump to here -2. So for the not pick, I'm not going to pick this, but I'm just going to next index from the end. So call this, and this is just an I -1. So pick not pick, and whatever the result I get is a max of pick and not pick. I will store this is in a result, and then for this index I can store the value in a map, so mi, and I can say that's a result and return the result. And if I find that result in a memory somewhere, then will not call the deep recursion and just return the result. So I can check if v okay, and then check in a map for that index I, and if the result is there, then return v. So that's all this. Check for the syntax and run this. So if I less than 0, and then undefined int here, this is int, accepted, submit, wrong answer. Where if there is a one item, nums 1, so in this case if there is just one item, then just return that item. Let's check this corner case here. If a length of nums is equal to 1, then return nums 0. Let's submit this. Okay, it's accepted. Let's see, like what are the companies, they asked, these questions in the past. So if you see, past, like last 6 months, this question has been asked by many companies like Apple, Databricks, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook. 6 months to the 1 year, Google, they are 6 times. Yeah, so you can see this number. That's all for now. Thank you.